Last week we are live and live as well. What is up, people? It's your boy NATZ, the Hidden Legend, and I'm back again. We're gonna be live streaming a video if you got those boys to it. Now I was live before, but I had to delete that one. And, it wasn't right. Something was going on, so I had to delete it and make this new one. And obviously, I had to improve, points as well. Um, as I need to make them more clear. But anyway, we're back. And let's get straight to it. Let's not waste any time. Obviously, if you're new to this, you know, my channel, whatever, subscribe, hit that like button, do the whole YouTube thing, trying to get this channel to grow. And yeah, that's the goal. That's my plan. Is to this channel is to grow with every one needs to grow. But anyway, you know, you've seen the title of this live stream. You know, it says a lot. It says a lot, and it does leave a couple of questions because obviously the title is just accept it, deep talk. Now, obviously, deep talk. I'll be looking into what I mean by just accept it, giving me points, and hopefully by the end of this last, you have a better understanding of what I'm trying to give to you, give to the people that are watching it, whether it's live or whether it's not live, whether it's a month later from now, really doesn't matter. At the end of this video, in the live stream, you will understand. Hopefully, you will gain a better understanding of the point I'm trying to make. That's my goal. That's just my goal for this whole live stream. So, but yeah. But just accept it. The title itself leaves a lot of questions. A lot of questions. It leaves a lot of questions. What does Nats mean by just accepting? What does he mean by that? Some people will be thinking, oh, maybe he means, just accept any scenario you have and accept it and do nothing about it. That's not the message I'm trying to bring. Obviously, it's similar, but the main message is way deeper than that. Before I really go deep in, I want to make a couple disclaimers. Always make disclaimers before my live stream. You see my old live stream I did some time back about paying the price. I always do these disclaimers before I dive deep into the topic. Reasons why is because it's important that the audience really know I'm on or talking about instead of being confused. You know, disclaimer. This last year isn't a diss to anyone. I won't point a finger. I'm not judging. It's simply me being authentic on the camera and speaking about topics that need to be addressed. Because it's all nice that we just sit back and allow these things to happen. No one has a clue what's going on. I can't live like that. I don't know about you. Maybe you can, but me, I choose not to. So that's why I be doing these live streams. It needs to be done. Someone needs to do it. I have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna do it. So that's the disclaimer. Let's get to it. So just accept it. What do I mean by just accept it? Just accept it. You see, you can say in life, whatever. Um, what normally happens is that we feed ourselves these ideas, these thoughts, trying to escape the real reality of our lives. For example, entertainment. Entertainment plays a major role in this. Um, the reason why we all go and watch the movie in cinemas or play a video game, whatever, is simply to escape. It's meant to escape. I'm guilty of this too. You know, normally when I would want to go watch a movie or whatever, it's to what? It's to escape, obviously. Like it's to escape, maybe. So that's what it's about. We do these things simply to escape. That can be dangerous. Sometimes that can be very dangerous because if we keep escaping over and over again, the issues that we have deep down inside, they don't get resolved. They don't get resolved. They just stay there. They stay there and nothing gets done. That could be dangerous because the smallest issues can turn into the biggest issues and they're harder to solve. Trust me, they're harder to solve. The cure for this is to accept the situation you're in. Obviously, I use entertainment mainly as my example because what comes to mind when it comes to entertainment is escape. It literally is escape. Whenever we have a bad, we're going through something bad, in our lives. Whether someone, maybe in a relationship, or breakup, whatever, or maybe, at a fallout with a friend, whatever, mainly we run to a song that we may like, music, we run to music, movies, video games, whatever. We run to that type of entertainment. Why? To escape the issue. That's mainly, that's mainly why. Let's not forget that's mainly why. I mean, for most people, that is. For other people, it may not be like that. For the vast majority, for the 95%, for the 19, I don't know, 99%, that's what people do. But if there's an issue, and if you keep doing it over and over again, it's so dangerous that that's why you must accept whatever scenario you're going through. And by accept, I just don't mean sit down and know what's going on. By accept, I mean take action. This is kind of like a remix to my last live stream about paying the price. It's kind of like a remix. It's similar because I did touch on this in that live stream, but it falls under the same line. You know, this is basically the answer to the live stream I made, my last live stream. You guys should really go watch that one. That's a powerful one. You know, it's it's the answer to it. By accepting you take action. Don't just sit there on the issue and do nothing. You must take action. You must. You must. Because if you keep running to that movie, to that song, whatever, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Because at the end of the day, all of it, the video games, the songs, the music videos, the movies, it's all to entertain you. It's not to solve your problems. It's to entertain you. It's not gonna solve your issues. No, no way. No way. That's not his job. His job is to entertain you. And it's that simple. Well, obviously, there's three sectors that it falls under. Three, three sectors it falls under. And let me just disclaim it now. I mean, it's two, but the last one's kind of like an addition. But anyway, there's the world, what's going on right now, the world, your personal, your personal life, or whatever, your life around you, and outside. With outside is mean outside. Basically, it's like the world, but we're outside. So I will touch that later on. Those are the three things, and I will touch that later on. I will touch that later on. But mainly, but mainly, it must be a thing where you just don't sit down, but you have to take action. Now, firstly, for this acceptance, this is mainly this is just really from my perspective anyway, from my own experience. It's really just from my own experience, to be honest, because I've seen myself fall under this trap so many times, like so many times. Like I would always run to the movies, I would run to the music videos instead of solving my own problems. Remember, it all starts with you, and I will make a simple life about that about you. It all starts with you. If you don't put the action, if you don't do anything, what else? What else? The problems will not be solved. Not one bit it will be solved. So obviously, to answer anyone's question, anyone's major question, accepting what I mean by accepting is to really accept the issue, look at the issue, and take action. Take action. Don't just sit on the issue. Take action. Because if you don't take action, it's very dangerous. Because what you love can be your worst enemy. Remember that. What you love can be your worst enemy. But anyway, let me start off, with the three main points, in this video. The three main sectors that this falls into of accepting. Number one, I don't know why I'm doing it. Number one, the world. The world. By world, what do I mean? Society, the world, society, pretty much. Like what's going on globally, the universe. That's what I mean by world. You know, the main issue that a lot of people have is simply accepting the bad things that happen in this world. That's the main issue. Is the main issue. The government, the killings, the stabbings, the shootings all over the world, in the UK and the US, mainly the violence, all of the bad things that are going on. People just don't want to accept it, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous because it's just putting yourself in a very, really, 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 you know, um, hard scenario. Basically, by accepting, I mean, we all just simply need to accept what's going on, accept that this is bad. The world is it's bad. It's a bad place. It's a bad place. You just need to accept that it's a bad place. Let's stop killing ourselves with these ideas of the world is a beautiful place, it's an amazing place. No, it's not. And that's the issue. That's the main issue. If we just cut that off, a lot of things about this world is nice. A lot can be done with, a lot can be dealt with. A lot. I'm just saying a lot. A lot. Now, how will you want to take this? I mean, it's up to you. This is just, I'm just, a YouTuber talking about these issues. But anyway, it's how you accept it, really. But if you just keep telling yourself over and over again that, oh, I mean, mainly it's being shocked. Mainly it's being shocked. If you keep getting surprised, shocked, all of these things about what's going on, you just putting yourself in hard scenarios. You become scared. Out of nowhere, you can't even walk outside of the house. It's simply because you're just not accepting the world for how it is. It's a bad place. It's been like this since the beginning of time. It's always been a bad place. That's something they don't want to accept that. Majority, I say, 90% of people do not want to accept that it's a bad place. It's not corn candy. It's not like it's not honey. Like it's a bad place. It's rough. It's filthy. They don't accept it. They don't. They want to tell themselves, "Oh, it's a lovely place. The world is a lovely place. The universe is a lovely place." Which obviously, don't get me wrong. Now, the creation of the universe is amazing. I'm talking about the world as itself was going on. It's a horrible place. It's a very nasty, horrible place. Yes, it is. And when you start accepting that, a lot of things, you're at ease. You're at ease. Because have you ever noticed whenever you keep telling yourself things that are not true, how stressful it becomes? Have you ever noticed that how stressful things become when you keep telling yourself things that are just not true and deluding yourself? But once you keep it real with yourself, like it's like a relief. That's exactly the relief you will get when you start accepting the world for what it is. It's a horrible place, of course, and I accepted that ages years ago. I accepted that years ago. I think I accepted that. Did I even have this YouTube channel when I accepted that? I don't think I did. I think I might have, but it's a long time ago anyway. But I had to keep it real myself. Long time ago, I had to definitely. The world around me, you know, a lot of people, they don't want to see you win. They want to see you lose. Backstabbers, people, that like they like you, they really don't. I really got drilled into that from early. I'm glad I did. I mean, there's a part of me that wishes that I wasn't. But at the same time, the real part of me, the authentic part of me is that I'm glad you experienced that. Because imagine if I didn't, I'll be lying to myself to this day that this world is a beautiful, it's a nice people, and then a bad place, horrible place. Yeah, it's a horrible place. If it has to be me, that's aka the Hidden Legend, the first YouTuber, one of the first to ever tell you that, so be it. I will be the first to tell you that on this channel. Imagine this channel's not even about that. Remember, I'm the dancer. Remember, I make those videos. I'm entertainer too. And I'll be the first one to tell you that. How surprising! So that's the world. It's really about just obviously by taking action in this particular sector. It's simply basically protecting yourself. Protecting yourself from the wrong type of crowd, wrong type of people. That's when taking action takes place. Over accepting the world for what it really is, which is a bad place, you're automatically in the best position. Because now you know, and you're not in hard situations as you were before when you're telling yourself lies. It's all over now. So that's the important thing. That's the important part. It is. It really is. So that's number one, the world. And it's time you're gonna accept who you want. Pick your part. Me, I don't know about you guys, those watching this live stream, but me, I'm accepting the one for being a bad place. And by action, I'm staying away from bad company and bad scenarios that can put me in danger. I don't know about you, but then that's the side I'm on. You have to pick a side. So that's number one. Number two, personal. Your personal circle, your personal life, your personal things. You're either gonna accept it or keep telling yourself whatever you want to hear. You know, whatever you want to hear. Me, I'd rather start accepting now before it's too late. An example of this, one example, in your personal, you can say, oh, maybe you have a bad attitude, a bad attitude, you know, a bad attitude. Maybe yeah, a couple of things are correct with you personally, because obviously I don't know, but I'm just saying, but personally, yeah, a couple of things that you're good at, some sectors, but the attitude, come on now, the attitude needs to be sorted out. It needs to be sorted out in a way to you need to sort that out. It must be. Now, the route of accepting is telling yourself, oh, I don't really like being taken advantage of. Blah, blah, blah. No, no, you just have a bad attitude that needs to be sorted. Because in that scenario, what happens is that if you keep telling yourself, oh, I just don't want to be used, whatever, and you have a bad attitude all the time, you rude to every single person, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous position to be in because you end up saying things that you never meant to say and you end up ruining a lot of opportunities. That's what happens. And you simply when the attitude or, or when something needs to be corrected and you don't correct it, that's what happens. You end up messing everything up. But once you be real with yourself, once you keep it real, Now you know what to do by action. Change the attitude. Change it. I'm talking about your personal life right now. Maybe you might have a bad attitude. Maybe need to get in shape. Need to hit the gym. Need to get in shape. Whatever. Maybe you need to work on a couple of things. Maybe you need to buy new stuff as well. Stuff things like that. If you keep running away from what you really need to truly do, it never gets solved. Accept it. Just accept it. Just accept it. Really just accept it. Now that's personal, bad attitude, You keep telling us to vote, it's just how I am, it's how I communicate, it's just how I negotiate, whatever. What good are you doing? Who are you fooling? Only yourself, because at the end it's only yourself. And it's just you. It's just you. I really need to, touch on that. It's just you. You never last. You really need to touch on, it just be you. It really is because at the end of the day, you can really destroy your own self. Self destruct. You really can. You really, really can. So that's personal. That's personal. The third sector, is really a mashup of the world and personal outside. Outside, maybe in your everyday life, outside, when you're not at home, outside. Change. Maybe you need to change friendship group. Change it. Change it. If they don't care about you, if they're not loyal to you, they're backstabbing you, they're lying to you, talking behind your back, talking rubbish, spreading rumors about you, change it. Change it. What are you changing? It's time you accept it now. Unlike, telling yourself things you want to hear. Oh. Happens anyone anyway, no one's perfect, whatever. That doesn't do anything. That just makes it worse. And then if you it keeps adding up. It keeps adding up to the point where when it comes to haunt you, it really comes to haunt you, and you're like, oh, I just shouldn't have kept it real myself. That's exactly what happens. That is exactly what happens. 100%, 100%. Changing friendship groups. It's either you're gonna accept it or you won't. Now, in summary, to wrap up, to wrap up, reason why I made this live is because it needs to be said. It really needs to be said. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I'll be the first YouTuber. And imagine this is not really this channel is not really those type of channels for me to really talk about things like that. I mean, I have done it in the past because I do speak truth now and then, but it's not mainly because remember I dance, I rap, I do all of that. I'm basically entertainer really. I'm an artist. I shouldn't have to be doing this, but I'm gonna do it because it needs to be said. It really, really needs to be said. And this last year might have helped someone, and if it has, I'm doing my job. I'm really. If this last year has helped someone, I'm happy. That makes me happy. That really makes me happy because what happens is that if you don't accept the scenario that you're in, that's destroying you, it will eat you alive. It will eat you alive, and then eventually, when it hits you, it's gonna hit differently. It's gonna hit you differently. You know? Let me wrap everything up. The world. When you don't accept that the world is a bad place, that's not a nice place. When you don't accept that, you put yourself under havoc. Because now you're just deluding yourself that there's another place and you end up trusting the wrong person and they backstab you. Now you're hurt and heartbroken. It's because you're lying to yourself. You should have just kept it real and said, the world is a bad place. Let me protect myself and my circle. Personal life, bad attitude, you know. Maybe if you just kept it real with yourself I said, I need to change my attitude. You wouldn't have hurt the wrong person. You wouldn't have hurt your best friend, your family, whatever. You would have never hurt them. And now look what's happening. You're in big trouble. You know, big trouble. Outside the friendship group. Leave the friendship group. Like if they don't love you, they show no loyalty to you. Loyalty is the number one thing. A friend can give you loyalty. The fact that they can be trust. If you can't trust them, they don't even trust you. They're not loyal to you, and you're not loyal to them. Whatever, just leave the friendship. There's no growth. There's nothing in that. Just start packing and leaving. And that sums up. Just accept it. Just accept it. It's been the boy that's aka the hidden legend. If I'm doing a YouTuber that's talking about this, so be it. I'm happy. You know, watch all my videos. Live streams. Go listen to my song visualizers. At the moment, we have 7. Go listen to them. I will add more, and obviously a lot, a lot, a lot of these songs as well. I'll be adding these messages in them as well. Because all this is me talking to you. Imagine this. Imagine what I'm saying right now on a cold blooded beat. That'd be amazing. So obviously, go check out those songs. The shorts, the dance videos. Obviously, that's the main thing. That's my number one. That's my number one thing in this challenge to dance. There's no N.HIDDEN legend without any dancing in it. It's just who I am. Go watch that. If you're new, subscribe, hit that like button, comment. Let me know if you subscribed. I love you. Thank you for that. And yeah, wanting to hear this message, just accept it. Just accept it. Now, it's not one of those videos I want to answer the question to or justify it. It's up to you. Because me, I know what side I picked. I'm accepting the scenario that I'm in. I'm taking action today. The moment I see the scenario, I'm accepting and taking action. Because I know if I don't do that, it's going to be terrible. The long run is going to be terrible for me. So I advise you to pick the side of acceptance. But if you want to keep telling yourself what you want to hear, fine. Just know that it's going to take you somewhere that you don't want to go. And we'll be back with more live streams. I want to really get more content up. It's been a while, and I'm here. Stay legendary.